Hello, my name is Deydey, from my real name Delphine Nguyen. I'm from France. I grew up in a small city from France, in the middle. It's called Clermont-Ferrand. Then for dancing, for my career, I moved to Paris when I was 17. And then after that, I traveled the world. And now I live in the Netherlands, in Eindhoven. So, I'm French, but my origins, I'm Vietnamese. My parents are Vietnamese. So I grew up in two cultures, like European, like French, and then Vietnamese cultures. But where I grew up with a lot of different people, like from Algeria, Morocco, mostly Algerians and Moroccans. So I have like a lot of cultures, different cultures since I grew up. I've been dancing for, I would say, almost 20 years. I started really young. So, like, I didn't have one particular style, but like, just, I would guess hip hop, like just in the streets with my friends, like down the blocks. And then in 2000, I started taking classes because my big sisters actually were dancing, and I was telling them, I want to take classes, because for me it was like, I want to learn, and didn't know where to go, what to do, and where I grew up there was nothing. So we moved to another place, and then I started to take classes, and then I had my first crew was called Lil Sista, because we were young girls. Anyway, and then there I practiced like hip hop, a little bit of house, a little bit of locking, a little bit of popping, so a little bit of everything. And actually, my first teacher was a b-boy, and then that could do a little bit of everything. So he was just teaching us whatever he could give us. And then in 2001, that's when I met Smiley, Guy Sambe from Force Set, and the whole company actually. So they came to my hometown for to give like intensive workshops for a week, and coming like 5 times in a year. And that's when I got really into popping and locking. And then from there, I was like, okay, maybe I should just focus on those two things, because going everywhere, it's like also going anywhere at the same time. So, and also I had, j'avais des facilités in popping, so I don't know, it was just natural that I went into that direction. So so from 2001, I started popping and locking, and I also met for the first time Poppin' Taco in 2001. That's when, I was like just, it was too much. And I kept going like this until 2006. I did my first trip to the US in LA for B-Boy Summit, and there I got my first how can I say, slap in my face, because it was the first time seeing other poppers, ladies from outside, from Japan, from USA, from everywhere. And because I was just used to be like in Clermont-Ferrand, my hometown, and then in Paris there was some girl poppers, but not so many. So I was like, oh, and I was pretty good, I think, at that time already. So I didn't have a big head, but I thought, oh, I'm pretty good, And then I went to US B-Boy Summit, and I remember seeing the Japanese, and I was like, wow, okay, I have to go back practice. And then from then I started practicing more boogaloo, because before that I was doing more like French style, like Smurf, from back then, and then more like animation effects and stuff like that. So from there, when I came back from the US in 2006, I was like, okay, I'm going to practice boogaloo to find new directions in my dance, because I could see that I was lacking, in how to move on the floor, how to use directions and angles. So it helped me a lot to work on boogaloo. And then, in the meantime, I was doing theater shows, because I started doing theater shows in 2001. I started teaching when I was 14, and I started to do battles in 2001 too. So it's like everything, like learning, but at the same time doing things was at the same time. So that's why I think like I feel rich in my dance and my career, because I studied everything really young and going deep into it every time. And yeah, so today, like, if I have to talk about my journey, I've done like different things, like battles. I won some international battles. I did a movie, an international movie. I did a dance for some singers and artists. I did some video clips. I did a lot of theater shows, toured in the world with contemporary theater shows and stuff like that. And then with my crew, Zamunda crew, we did also a lot, and that's when I started to go into even more all styles, like different styles, learning more into like learning more whacking, learning more, a bit more house, a bit more hip hop, a bit more this and that and that and that. So yeah, now my style today, I just mix everything I know. Like I also did salsa for a bit, I did tap dance for a little bit also when I was younger, and then so a lot of different things. And yeah, now today we're judging Juste Debout, and it's for me like how can I say, like I won my own challenge, my own battles, like to be able to be here, like the most prestigious event for top dancing. It's like yeah, it just feels amazing. And so thank you for this. And yeah, my inspiration, I'm trying to go through all this. And yeah, to talk about my inspiration, I would say my first inspirations were like Smiley, of course, Poppin Taco, Boogle Shrimp, Flat Top, Bopin Andre, like all animation guys, Bruce, and then later, when I started to understand more Boogaloo and the other styles, like of course Poppin Pete, Skinner Rabbit, Wiggles, like Walid, Junior Boogaloo, all of them. Like I get inspiration from anybody, so can be Toyin, and can be CEO, can be anybody. Like I don't have a. Today it's like anything or anybody inspires me. So yeah, I think I'm really happy to dance anywhere, everywhere, party, battles, ciphers, in my class, whatever. I love to dance, so I don't have a specific place. I love to dance. Good music, I dance. I don't care. So, voilà.